juicy, and ready. These key concepts are poised for success. Ready, prepared, mature, something full of life. Your potential is waiting to be realized. Can you sense it? You are poised for success. You have come so far and have everything it takes to succeed in manifesting your time to get here. To get your heartfelt desires, right? And it has taken, some time to get here, and you decode the patterns of your past, and you work on the unhealed wounds of it. You must transform from the one who lacks it to the one who has it, even before it actually happens. Sometimes neither you nor outward circumstances matched up to your expectations. And those disappointments are a part of the dance between the ideas of I create my own reality and I must surrender to the life on life terms. So the world is truly an opportunity to self-actualize, to evolve into the person you need to be to have the life you want. And now you can have more, be more, and experience more because you're in an expanded state to receive more. So it is time to step into the abundance waiting for you. Just remember, you need to be accountable and doing the work, right? So ripe fruit can quickly take rot if you don't take advantage of the current moment of that sweetness, like the right time, the right place. So trust that you are ready to truly experience all that is meant for you. And it is a great, juicy experience that you are calling into form. You're calling it into being, right? Again, that is the number 6 card. So, your second card is the number 24, which is also a 6. These are the ones that came out. This is, a great deck though. The number 24. Surrender to change. Key concepts: the sense of impending change, the art of allowing, relinquishing control, resilience, adjustments, innovation, and adaptability are the key concepts. So, I think we all know that key phrase in life: change is the only constant in life. And if you don't, let me introduce you, because we're meant to evolve for a long time, but the elements took a while to come together in your favor. So ride this like magic carpet wave as far as it will take you. This is the time of supreme success. So that is the number 24, surrender to change. And the last card that is on this deck, it is the number 36. So 3, 6. These are the ones that just came out in sequence, so it makes a lot of sense, of course. The key concepts here is regeneration, reclamation, reconstruction, second chances, rebirth, rebuilding, emotional healing, peace, and opportunities after releasing. So it kind of has that same theme. Obviously, if they're, in sequence, all connecting to the number 6, they'll have, the same theme of change and being ready and, staying ready so you don't have to get ready and, surrendering to the energies of life and allowing things to come to you as they do and not being afraid of, changing yourself or not being afraid of, redeeming and rebirthing yourself and being okay with that emotionally. So many species on our planet can naturally regenerate. An octopus restores a limb when injured. A dormant tree awakens in the spring with new leaves. And now you too are invited to experience the revival of something like in your life. And it may be have been like on hold or something you have to repair or something you thought it was lost, but now you're able to, have that reborn in a new form, and the universe is giving you the gift of a second chance. Whatever that means for you. So if the renewal is one of like after a challenge and some sort of disconnection from anything or any connections or in any situation, the rebirth is something that you stand by and watch. So it kind of takes you out of being in the active mode, and it does take some effort on your parts, but the results are worth it when you're able to just like take a seat back and it's very worth it because mistakes may have been made on your manifestation journey, but you learn from them and you regroup, and now is the time to like reclaim your faith, your vision, and your hope, right? So no matter your question, like a second chance here is assured. So it's like it doesn't matter what you may be thinking about or wondering if this applies to whatever situation. It's like this is the card that another chance is given to you. The number 36. So that is the last one from that deck. We're gonna get some tarot from, well, the ones that I got, but the one that I got here is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about the same energy, right? Of cycles, transformation, transition, change, new beginnings. It's also that energy of life lessons, karma, or patterns. So the pattern of six, the pattern of 24, which is a 6 and 3 6, which is, just a lesson, a loop, and like it's indicative of a return. Like, how people say solo returns and, things like that, right? So, obviously, as the seasons change in the eternal cycle of energy, so does everyone's path of life. So, understanding that the wheel of fortune results in a state of acceptance of the highs and the lows we face. And with this comes like a greater awareness of fate or potential opportunity. So, just depending on how you look at it, encouraging us to identify the patterns that repeatedly come around over time, right? And it indicates the habits we eventually learn to break and the karmic lessons that persist throughout lifetimes and experiences. So, its greater message has to do with how we choose to react and to respond to any circumstance, right? So because of this, a great transformational energy that's here, it moves through the wheel of fortune, and it's that push to lift us to, shift our views higher of the world and to not take anything for granted. And sometimes we are up, sometimes we are down. That's the wheel of cycle. Like, but it's about enjoying, right? How we can take it all in stride. So tomorrow is a new day in the world. It's like so many possibilities. That's like the energy, like being fortunate enough to understand that the second card that we have is the Page of Wands, okay, which is the confidence card, the courage card, the innocence, rebelliousness, and petulance. It's also the energy of a messenger or an invention. So, higher hidden realms, plus, giving you um, a higher level of intelligence. So often, great minds, credited that sort of energy to hidden realms, right? And those were people who were very sure that it was something working through them, and they had enough confidence to know that they had, honed a skill. So that's the Page of Wands, where you have enough courage and confidence to understand that, but you know that there is something bigger that is happening, and that you're a messenger, right? So there may be new events and opportunities ahead, of course, and be sure to move forward with just clear intentions of what you want, and always remembering that the root of your confidence is the promise of the fruition of creativity and ideas. So, new adventures are always on that horizon for you. So this type of person is like outgoing, enthusiastic, and very energetic. And to other people, they look like they take a lot of risks. And their innocence gives them a certain outlook, which is a blessing, right? And they have not yet been influenced to like the stress of the world, like maybe more insulated. So maybe like growing up a certain way that other people maybe didn't, or maybe having something, that innocence being protected. This is the card of that, right? So not sheltered all the way, but sheltered, but still courageous enough to be ready to step out of the threshold, and knowing that the future is unwritten and is for the taking. And this is generally having to do with like adventure mind, which defines the passage into adulthood. And every day is like that. You really wanted to always venture into, you know, experiences, and you don't want to take the time to slow down or pause. So, despite this energy, though, you will have a positive omen, of course, of, you know, being able to celebrate that adventure and holding on to that. And even when you're older, being able to savor everything that you were able to experience, because no one will ever get to the end of their life and regret that they, you know, did more things and experienced more things. But people often get there and they regret, you know, not experiencing more and not doing the things that they really wanted. Those regrets exist, but no one ever regretted, you know, going for their dreams and accomplishing everything that they ever wanted, you know. So, so, and the last card that I'll do for now, I feel like this is a good amount, is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. I got that card, and it's the card of retreat, stability, sensibility, comfort, accomplishment, spiritual growth, and refinement. So, the 9, 3, or 6, 79, 36 is there. And just looking at that energy of taking it to a higher level. The fact that that came out is like the energy of, you know, a refinement. Think about something that's just been crafted over and over, like throwing pottery or crocheting something, or just crafting anything by hand, like making a bracelet or anything. It's something that can gain refinement. Even a diamond, the more pressure, you know, different things can happen. Or just reshaping something like melting gold. So it's that ability to be multidimensional and have a transmutation of power, and being able to translate that into different abundance for yourself in any situation. That way that you're able to have, you know, just any level of comfort. So you may be just someone who's able to do multiple things and run multiple one-person businesses or something. Or just knowing that you are like, maybe like a Bob Proctor, you know, having multiple streams of income in some sort of way, because, you know, that's just what's required. Or you just have that ability to make those higher level accomplishments. I mean, somebody has to do it, right? And this is a card that represents the accumulation of just a lot of effort and hard work. So if you're someone who does that, and you know that you are gaining a great deal of insight and just knowledge along your journey, you know, traveling more and doing more, meeting more people, helping more people transform their lives, is leading you to a heightened state of awareness. So it's not just about, you know, getting a higher level of accomplishment for nothing, or, you know, just higher level of accomplishment for people review money as a bad thing, but it's really very decent in that it's just you, a way to transmute the fact that you've helped so many people. You know, that's the manifestation of that. And, you know, being able to thoroughly explore and understand the manifestation of your dreams through travel and things of that nature, you found a place in the universe where you can radiate joy within a community, creating something that's bigger than you. Perhaps, you know, that can go on after you. So that takes on a more spiritual root in your learning and your greater awareness of the scope of your being. And it's like people's names who really live on forever, people who go down in the history, and that ability is there for all of us, especially like with the internet and things like that, right? To live on, at least greater than, you know, making a bigger impact. And that's helping take the world to a next level phase of enlightenment. So it's definitely a time to enjoy celestial light that lives within everyone and everything, every atom, right? Light beings and photons, and all of the scientific things that we understand about manifestation, science, and of who we are. But taking the small moments to just appreciate such magnificence, or just being just thankful, right? Gratitude at its finest. So maybe let's do one more card. Let's see. Okay, this is the number 7. So 6, and then the next higher phase is, I guess, the 7, right? Epiphanies sing at dawn. Okay. Okay. Epiphanies sing at dawn. So, an aha moment, aha, epiphany, an awakening, something, new ideas, new potential, new directions. So the way of understanding is not always direct. So after struggling with something a while, sometimes you just have to let go. Then when you stop trying to figure everything all out, intellectually, you'll have an epiphany and something just will be delivered to you. And this may be even in your state of confusion. It's like something going right for you for a change, and it's just like an instant inspiration flow, or you suddenly have the exact understanding that you need, or you suddenly have the thing that you need to move forward with meaning and with your message and your purpose. So, something being delivered in perfect timing. It's like the package that you know is coming from Amazon. You're not really fretting it. They have it even now. You can see the driver and driving, so you know exactly when something is on the way for you and things of that nature. And being that certain in the spirit, right? So these dawning moments of revelation happen because you stop overly focusing on the issues and let your peripheral, right, awareness, which is the ability to see like something far out in the corner of your eye, something that you don't not directly focused on, right? So I love all that, peripheral ASMR, like with the, and like getting you to look out the corner of your eyes. I like stuff like that too. But it's definitely a skill that most people don't know that they have, and it gets you to use your eyes in a way that you may not be, right? And it's how we tap into also hidden realms of information as well. So accessing that is how, in your current situation, you can stop trying to figure things out with your mind and your self-will alone, and instead just like surrender to spirit and ask for different solutions. So that's why different, even you can tell in hypnotists or things of that nature, they'll have you like shift your eyes to the left and the right, because that's tapping into, like I'm telling you, it's like a hidden realm. So you don't have to be put under to like access those sides of your eyes and things of that nature, and to want to tap into solutions as well. You can do that at any moment. It can happen. So when you like feel the need to want to let go, tapping into that form and then expecting something to come in with exact timing, form, and the manner in which it needs to be delivered. And the best way to prepare is to engage with repetitive, mundane activity. So that's why I mentioned crafting as I sit in the way, you always can. But that option being there is not, you shouldn't overstress yourself to experience abundance from that thing. The abundance comes in the mundane activity, doing something while not doing something, right? So while doing something completely unrelated, you will receive a divine download, and that is what makes you have those moments of when you're going and you're actually working within your career. Like I said, you don't have to create a new thing out of thin air just because. You can do it when it's aligned, but you can spend your time going for walks, gardening, doing dishes, painting, dancing. If you're in that mood, well, you should always dance. I definitely believe in that. For everybody a day, finding some sort of way to get that sort of movement in. It's like opening you up as well, and you're opening your body up, or just being physical. People working out, things of that nature. But dancing is like a different level, right? And you are on the right path now. Also trusting that Spirit has a plan, of course, for you. And all the answers that you need are gifted to you when you are truly ready to receive them. So opening yourself up to, that's why I mentioned dancing, because some people feel, maybe silly or, foolish or, I can't remember. It was something that I took, but it was, doing a different movement that throws your body off. Basically, your body gets used to movements like standing up, sitting down, laying down, squatting. Maybe you work out, but doing movements that like throw your body off and like not thinking about it. That's dance, and creating that, it feels good. So finding a way to throw that into your day. Maybe you're doing that. And hello to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. There will be more coming this week. And I will see you in